The Labour Party and the Conservatives, the Uni Party, obviously, I'm sure you're aware, they've just took a right kicking from reform, and obviously in Scotland and Wales. I'm not going to really get into that side of that yet because I'm in England. But reform have took many council seats, and that's caused a bit of a tremor.
The whole thing's a shambles just now. There's too many parties with not enough decent ideas, and that's where reform are finding the space. But I think it's a dangerous space.
Absolutely depressed beyond measure. Yes, I was prepared for, and am prepared for Labour to have lost seats, and I am broadly sympathetic to Labour, although I didn't vote for Labour because in our seat it wouldn't have made sense. But I find the numbers that have gone towards reform very depressing.
That basically we're stuffed if Farage gets in, and I think we are if he gets in to government, full stop.
I wasn't surprised, to be honest. There's a reasonable following in the local area, but personally a little bit disappointed.
I'm hoping that it's a protest vote, and come the general election, people will go back to voting however they usually vote.
Altogether, we were fighting a great evil and we did extraordinary things as a country. But you can't appeal to that and have lots of candidates who think Adolf Hitler was a damn good fellow. And there are people who are outright pro-Nazis who have, emerged as Reform UK candidates. And I know that Nigel Farage says we haven't vetted them all and they should be chucked out and the rest of it. But nonetheless, the door was open and they have come in, and that's a big problem.
In politics, I mean, for me, it's a clear signal that people just aren't happy with the Uni Party anymore. But what can change? Well, come the next general election, I think people are thinking that reform could be the next government. But the one thing I think everybody's missing, or a lot of people are missing, is Restore Britain. Now, under Rupert Lowe, they've just won 10 out of 10 of the council seats that were available in Great Yarmouth. Now, for those of you that don't know, Rupert Lowe is a Great Yarmouth MP. And I think he was in the Reform Party, but there was some sort of, bad feeling with Nigel Farage and others, and Rupert Lowe. And Rupert Lowe, I don't know if he left or if he resigned. But I think that is going to be the major party that could come out of all this. He started the political party around about 4 weeks ago, and he's got over 130,000 members already. It's seismic. I just don't think people are really aware of really just how big Restore UK could be, and he's got a zero tolerance for immigration. He wants to send millions of people back.
Your policy for deportations and how you think you might make that work.
Well, that's in our document. We've shown people how we will do it. We will create a hostile environment. We've said we will detain and deport every person illegally arriving. We will then find and deport those people living here illegally and deport them.
But the last hostile environment...
We will then deport the 10,500 foreign criminals in our prisons. And we will then turn our attention, unlike Farage, who said, he's claimed that I said we deport whole communities of people with British passports. I've never said that. We will turn our attention then, as Sweden and Denmark are doing now, having pursued a very ill-judged policy of immigration in 2015, along with Merkel. We will turn our attention to those people who came here, who are not contributing to Britain, who are costing the taxpayer money, and we will find a formula to encourage them to leave, and not breaking the law. We'll find a formula which effectively encourages them to go home, and which will ultimately save the taxpayer money.
So repatriation of people who have been awarded British passports?
If they agree to go, because we make it worth their while.
Unapologetic. I shall get more into this when I do a live stream. I do a live stream on a Monday to Thursday from 7 o'clock UK time for about an hour. I prefer doing live streams and videos. I'm not much of a video guy. I prefer to just do stuff on the spur of the moment, to be fair. So if you like that sort of thing, press the subscribe. It costs you nothing. And I don't think it'll bombard you with my videos if you subscribe. And give us a like. That'll be great for the channel. The Labour Party has just amazed me. Absolutely amazed me. And the reason that they've amazed me is because they've just brought Gordon Brown back. And it's like, I thought they were looking to the future. They said they were going to go to the future. Keir Starmer is absolutely done, in my opinion. He's the Teflon MP. Nothing sticks. All the controversies that he's been going through, Mandelson, Epstein, all that sort of stuff, all the U-turning, all the things that he's gone against, all the things he's doing that the people haven't been there was no manifesto for it. All the money that's getting wasted in all sorts of ways, and all he's done now, after such a beating, he's talking about bringing back Gordon. Well, he has brought back Gordon Brown, who lost. How much did he lose? Gordon Brown sold 12,712,000 ounces of gold at an historic market low for a revenue of $3.5 billion. Sold today at 4,721.64 per ounce. That would net $60 billion. And this guy, Gordon Brown, is being brought in as, he's a special envoy on global finance. You can't make it up. And then as well, he's brought back Harriet Harman. Now, I don't know if you're aware of Harriet Harman. What is her role at the moment? I think she's something to do with women and, let me just see, Harriet Harman. She was in... She had a lot of controversy back in the day because of a thing called PIE, P-I-E. I can't say the first word, but it's to do with young children, and it's not good. You know, it begins with a P, right? You'd put it in a file, right? Information exchange. There was she's been brought back to do with something with children and women.
Well, I'm not going to apologise because I've got nothing to apologise for. I very much regret that this vile organisation, PIE, ever existed and that it ever had anything to do with NCCL. But it did not affect my work at NCCL. They'd been pushed to the margins before I actually went to NCCL. And to allege that I was involved in collusion, pedophilia, or apologising for pedophilia is quite wrong and is a smear.
Nevertheless, you were working for an organisation which did have this organisation with the extraordinary name Information Exchange as an affiliate. That's something people would surely expect you to apologise for. I mean, that's a terrible misjudgment, isn't it, to work for an organisation like that?
Well, there had been a big argument within the National Council for Civil Liberties in 1976 where PIE were trying to put forward their views and influence NCCL, and NCCL pushed them out, would not even let them speak at their annual general meeting, and turned against them, and that happened before I went there. So when I went there, they had no influence on my work, which was, you know, wide-ranging work.
I understand
and to imply...
that, but when you were working there, this organisation was still affiliated. That is something that a lot of people now want you to apologise for on the grounds that it was a colossal misjudgment to work for an organisation with these links.
Well, it was regrettable that they even existed. It was regrettable that they had anything to do with NCCL ever, but it's not true that it influenced my work at the time I was at NCCL, or that I've ever apologised for or colluded with people, because that is the smear. I was totally against the PIE Information Exchange, as you say, a complete misnomer. They'd been pushed to the margins. I regret they ever existed. I'm glad those of them who were involved went to prison. But it's wrong to say on the basis of that I was therefore colluding in it, and that I must apologise for my collusion and my involvement with people, because there was no such collusion and no such involvement. And it's actually not me that should be apologising for something that I haven't done. It's the Mail that should be apologising for their smear and innuendo.
What are they I mean, I don't think personally, watch this space, I don't think Keir Starmer will be kicked out I don't think he's going to go. Me personally, I believe the powers that are beyond government would want him in place, and so he will stay in place. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you hopefully on the live streams Monday to Thursday, 7 o'clock UK time. Ta-da.